I was born in Berlin, Germany, on June 16th, 1929. My mother's name was Ilse Rosenbaum. My father's name was Mark. My grandfather was born in Moscow, and he was one of the very few Jews who was admitted to dental school and graduated from dental school, and his father gave him money to buy dental equipment. And he decided he did not want to spend the rest of his life in people's mouths. So he took the money that was given to him by his father and bought a piece of forest, sold the lumber, and became a millionaire. In 1932, he went to Palestine, what was then Palestine, and bought land and factories, consequently became a millionaire. We moved to Germany. We were in Germany actually. And in 1932, when Hitler came to power, we went to Palestine. We moved with my maternal grandmother, and I don't really remember. I was 4.5. All my childhood was in Palestine. My paternal grandfather had moved to Palestine and bought land there and had everything prepared for us. So when we arrived there, everything was ready.
And you went to school
We had an apartment, and I went to kindergarten there, and then to school. And I lived in Palestine till 1949, and then I went to America to study. I went to Berkeley, University of California, and studied business administration. And I graduated in 1953.
When didn't you say you had been in a war? Did that happen before that or after that?
I was in Palestine, or what became Israel, in 1948, and I was wounded in the war there. And after I got out of the hospital, I went to America to study, and that was in 1949. After I graduated from Berkeley, I went back to Palestine. That was in 1953. Went back to Palestine and entered one of our factories there as an industrial engineer.
What kind of factory?
It was an edible oil and cosmetics factory. and I worked there till 1940, till 1953.
So
My mother was the illegitimate daughter of Albert Einstein.
what was she like?
She was a very intelligent lady, and she did a lot of good things for children.
Is Ruth your first child?
No.
No. She was born in Berkeley?
She was born in Oakland.
In Oakland. Were you there?
I was there, yes. She was my first child. I married her mother, Mary Catherine, when I was a student in Berkeley. And Ruthie was born in 1951, I believe. I have to ask her.
we can find out all of the facts and the details later.
In 1948, in the war in Israel, war for the independence of Israel, the southern part of
okay.
the southern part of Israel was cut off by the Egyptians, and I was in charge of a transport unit that tried to break through to the southern part of Israel and take supplies there. And that's where we were attacked by the Egyptians, and I was wounded in my leg, and I was lying wounded in the field there, and the Egyptians were firing at our troops, and I crawled behind the Egyptian line, and they were in a trench, and I called, "Hey there," and they turned around, and I threw a hand grenade in. And then in 1949 I went to America to study at San Mateo Junior College, and there was a student in one of my classes called Adel Khalil, which is an Arab name, and I asked him where he was from, and he said that he was from Egypt. And I told him that I was from Palestine, Israel, and told him that I was wounded there, and he said that he was wounded there too, and he told me how he was wounded, that somebody threw a hand grenade into his trench. And I told him that was I. We became friends. I got my accordion when I was 12. And I learned to play in Palestine, or in Israel actually. Yeah. That was a little accordion. And then in 1951, when I was in America, I had a music store in Berkeley, and I bought an accordion, a big accordion.
And that's that one?
Yes.
The custom one?
That's the one I have now.
Yeah, that one's nice.
My hobby is music and used to be traveling. And I have traveled around the world several times.
Where have you been?
And I was in the ship delivery business.
Where did you learn?
I spoke Hebrew with my father, German with my mother, English with my nanny, French with private tutor and friends. And I used to speak Russian with my paternal grandmother, Yiddish, Jewish was common language for Jews in Israel, Palestine. So I just picked it up.